Hello and welcome to part 2 of my Montana Archery Elk hunt. If you haven't seen part 1, make sure you go back and watch that video. I'll link it below. So where the action left off, I just shot my cow, and now Rob and I are switching positions as caller and shooter. And we had the herd bull just over a rise. He's bugling, and I'll let the video take it from there. Also, make sure you watch to the end. I have a lovely cabin tour of this wonderful cabin that we stayed in during our elk hunt. I think you'll really enjoy it. Lots of action coming at you this fall, so make sure you don't miss it. Take care. I just shot a cow. Rob's getting on the bull. He's right around this beak. Well, I finally caught up to Rob. We were discussing strategy, and I looked down the mountain and I saw this cow staring up at us. Sorry for my bow being in the way here. I was trying to get the shot with the Tacticam as the cow was just over the rise. Just shot over her back, barely missing her.
She turned. Sorry, I didn't mess up anything. You definitely didn't hear right. If I were you, Rob, yeah, I'd work over up. That's what I would do. You sure you want to go find my cow? I can call for you, man. I'm not.
You have it marked?
Yeah. Plus we got Luminox. The second shot, the first shot hit her. The first shot hit her, I think. The second shot, hard shot, I'm pretty sure. I'm not. You think she's down?
I saw her.
Really? Oh, really? Okay. Dude, if I were you, I hit this rig. I wouldn't go down.
We didn't have a lot of cover, so we're discussing how to best get down on this herd.
Rob trying to get down on the herd bull. We're down in this basin, but it is so steep. It's like a straight drop. We got the wind though. I just caught a whiff of him a minute ago. I don't know if he's gonna be able to drop off in time though. We're coming on this finger. We're running out of daylight. I'm gonna go back and look for my cow, but Rob said he thinks she's down.
Rob dogged the herd till dark, but just couldn't catch up with them. We started the last morning heading up a hill behind camp, and wouldn't you know it, we had to turn around and go back down as the bulls were bugling across the valley.
Last morning, we had a bull bugling. We played it perfect. We went up around him, had the wind right the whole time, but no luck. We're heading down the drainage now. Maybe head out this afternoon. Heading in for the last afternoon hunt. It ain't easy though.
We tried our best to get an elk to respond. It just didn't happen, though. We did, however, come across this young male moose. Aside from the cool encounter with this moose, the action was pretty slow. We decided to call it a day and head into town for an early dinner. Well, we thought the elk hunt was over. We were driving to town to get something to eat. This last day we called it, and we just had a herd of cows crossing from public to public, so I dropped Rob off on the side of the road with his bow. He's going in after him. I'm going to give him like a couple minutes here, but that's crazy. Despite the last minute action, it just wasn't meant to be. Scouting for elk.
I am very... Oh, sorry.
That's right. From camp. Alright, here's a video of our cabin. To say it's epic, it's probably short-changing it. This place is pretty awesome. Got a little privy up there, got a shed over here. What do you think, Rob?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice after sleeping in a tent.
Doesn't get any better. Got a fire pit. So I'll show you inside because got a stream out here full of brookies. And inside is just pretty awesome. Got a nice moose handle door. Look at that. And then you got 4 bunks. Some games up there that people have packed in here. Some maps. A couple rules. Table here in the middle. Some supplies. Fireplace. More supplies. Pots, pans. Camp Chef. You name it. And then tools over here. And look at that view. Is that not awesome? Okay, we're gonna do a little experiment. It's approximately 10 a.m. here Montana time, Mountain Standard Time. I'm at my hotel and I'm gonna check out. I have to be at the airport by noon, and my flight doesn't leave till 3. I don't get home back in Maryland till 11 p.m. tonight, so it's gonna be, you know, at least a 12-hour ordeal. I'm gonna take my frozen elk meat out of the freezer, put some of it in my carry-on, because you can carry on as much weight as possible, as long as it still fits in the carry-on, and put the rest in my suitcase. And I'll show you when I get back in Maryland around midnight that it'll still be frozen solid. I know a lot of people traveling out here worry about this kind of thing, but really not that big a deal. If you have an insulated bag, great. If not, fine. I mean, watch your layovers. You know, if you're going to be sitting on the tarmac in Las Vegas in September for a couple hours, might be a problem, but I'm almost certain never had a problem so far. I usually get back home and the meat is frozen solid, so I'll show you then. All right, bags mostly packed. Last of the elk in here. I'm gonna throw my little Cabela's wool vest over them, and that should be plenty of insulation underneath the plane. All right, I made it back home. It's not 11 o'clock, it's closer to 1 o'clock thanks to the incompetence of BWI and Southwest. But anyway, I had probably 10 packs of meat, burger, and steak in my suitcase with just some clothes around them, and they're still pretty hard. Now, they're not as frozen. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't eat this, so they made it back okay. And then we'll take a look here in my cooler. This is where the majority of meat is. I suspect this should still probably be solid frozen. This is my carry-on that I always use as a carry-on. This has the majority of my meat in it. Now, TSA did have to unpack it. Yeah, this stuff's frozen solid. It's done well. So anyway, everything made it back fine, and everybody gets paranoid about that stuff. So I'm going to throw it in my freezer and get to bed. And again, long day of traveling. Hunting was a lot better, but dealing with TSA and those guys was frustrating. Thank you.